Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints have taken the early lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Detroit! Detroit!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Now let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's go! Green 30!
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Demario Davis there on the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Leopard!
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Jones going to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Jones now operating from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish them.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Jones. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. With it is Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So that one will be accepted. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They're going to look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw from his end zone. Jones. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Jones on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play fake. Hill. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Hill now on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone!
Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Looking deep for Julio. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Set. B-19.
Now Jones. Back to the air on second down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they a first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun!
Jones throwing on first down. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Jones now to throw again. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
On second down, Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, pardon me, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Detroit!
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Underneath here to Hill. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, line it.
Jones on 1st down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Ryan. Now he's forced out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones now throwing on 1st down, and this is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one. Goes for 24 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Pushing through. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Ryan now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action here on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now Ryan on 1st down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. His carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation is... And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
3-19. 3-19.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They run it again with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. He's got it up to the 15. Showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan. Goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger, and this time it costs them 2 points.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. This is a crew that came into the year saying we're going to win 10 games. They really thought they were going to. Well, this is their 7th loss, so they will not reach that goal.
And that number may light up like neon, won't it? Because people remember all year long you talked about winning 10 games, and you should win 10 games. And when you don't, no matter how the rest of the season turns out, that could be a disappointment to everyone.
So that'll just